People who own any amount of XRP will definitely be shocked by what I'm about to say in this video. Please keep this in mind. Besides that, I'm going to show you some pretty cool statistics that I haven't really shown you in any of my other movies. We will soon have the closure heat map, the number of long positions in XRP compared to short positions, and what this most likely means for the price of XRP. Several things that have happened in the past say that this place has some really great material. Before we talk about the next thing, I want to talk about something very important that has to do with the heat map, liquidations, and XRP. What this means for the price of XRP in the long term is also something that will change. This will not happen right away. It will take 3 months longer than planned. This is going to be very important, but it won't happen right away. An important part of many of my works is talking about how bad things are for the economies of many countries, such as the US, Europe, Canada, and many more. In the second quarter of 2025, Canada's debt hit a new high of $21 billion, a rise of $19.84 billion from the $21 billion loss in the previous quarter. This is brand new information that comes after some not very strong information from the rest of the world. I'm telling you this because things don't look good when the government has huge debts and spends a lot of money. To put it another way, the same thing happens every time. So what is it really? This is because the government is starting to boost the economy by making more money. You can see that M2YUI is at an all-time high if you look at the numbers. However, we are also seeing a rather strange link between the M2 data and assets like stocks in cryptocurrency. It seems that the most important thing we can see is that the growth of M2 and stocks are very closely linked to each other. Actually, it's a little scary to think that you won't be able to make any investments because you'll miss out on something if things keep going this way. Is something that could change the lives of many people all over the world. In the first place, if you have foreign currency and just put it in savings, you will miss out on all the fun things that will happen in this place, and your currency will also lose a lot of value. In spite of this, though, it's hard to deny, right? We are going to look into the links between M2 and all of the stock markets. Just look at the link that exists between these two things. It's completely out of hand. You can't do it to change these parts of the situation. It can work with all other currencies like XRP, Bitcoin, and the SP500. Because of this, we get information like this from Canada, the US, Europe, China, and every other country. The vast majority of them are going to make more money. After hearing everything that has been said, I think the choice is becoming less and less unclear. What I want to talk about next is something that is very important. How many longs and shorts there are in coins trade on the market right now, as well as the volume that is going in both dire weight loss directions. This gives us a clear picture of what retail sellers look like. You have been given the numbers about the business. Most retail traders don't follow the facts. Because of this, I will now show you how they do it, which is not at all what you might expect. They don't care about the facts. The fact that they base their decisions on their feelings is a big reason why many smaller people who trade in these places lose everything. I am going to show you why this is true in a moment. But for now, if you look at the long to short ratio of XRP as a whole, especially in the last 24 hours or 7 days, you will see that there are more longs than shorts. Please excuse me. But there are more shorts than longs. This means that more people are negative about the market for the 24-hour 70 time frame than are positive about it. You can watch this on any device you want. Check out Binance. You can find even more shorts. Check out some more shorts by OKX. It doesn't happen very often that there are more longs than shorts. There are a lot more short trades than long transactions on the market as a whole. This is true on all of the big platforms. There are many billions of dollars on the line here. If there are, say, $10 billion, $1 billion, or $5 billion more shorts than longs in the market, you can bet that the biggest institutional investors are looking at this information and planning how to get those guys to sell so they can get that money. This is a big amount, especially since we're talking about a lot of power right now. The last heat map is something I'd like to talk about because I think it's very important right now. Take a look at the XRP sale heat map. What we find most interesting is that there are a lot of liquidations going on at these amounts. The most important thing to think about is that there are liquidations running from a 287 to a 292 that total hundreds of millions of dollars. Then why is that the case? There are a few more shorts than longs, even if the range is pretty even. Because of the way things are, this makes sense. What is the deal with these short people up here getting so many liquidations today? This is because if these numbers come true, these short sellers will definitely lose all the money they put in. For those of you who didn't know, the longs that are going to be sold are right here. There are some, but not as many as there were in the shorts. In what way does that happen? In what way does that happen? This is because retail traders often use a lot more leverage than companies do. These people are really doing this because they are trying to make money quickly with very little money. In light of this, the only way to do this is to take out a loan with ridiculously high interest rates, like 50, 20, or 10 times the loan amount. Yes? These are not the things that institutions do. Instead, they just have billions and billions of dollars in cash. This set of charts is going to be looked at. Their jaws will drop when they learn that we can get rid of people for just $292. The price needs to go up to $292. These guys need to go away. After we do that, you will see a huge wick that looks like the one we saw before. At that level, they got rid of a lot of people, which is great because we were mostly to blame for the troubles they were having. That's the end of the matter. They can make money by getting rid of those guys. It's possible that they will sell the top after the workday is over. The people who put money into these institutions are happy, as are the institutions themselves. They just got a good return on the money they put in. Because of this, I think that this is going to happen, and the chances of it happening are rising. A lot of these short sellers will lose everything because they have a lot of negative equity. In my opinion, you can see a story that is very much like this one happening right now on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Given that there are a lot more shorts and longs, especially those with more power, it seems likely that there will be a small drop from here on out. But as you can see, trade has been steady, and we all know that dealing in cryptocurrencies is quiet on the weekends. Without a doubt, things will get much worse over the next week and go completely crazy. Because of this, I'd like to invite everyone who is watching my movie to join my Crypto Crusader free cryptocurrency trading club. I will be putting all of my deals in that area as I go along so that you can get the most out of this information. You will be able to see for yourself that I can make you the most money by seeing all of my transactions, including transactions I made and ones I took back. On the other hand, I'm not just talking trash. All of my deals can be seen by you. For now, you can see that I mean what I say. Since I've made all the money, you can see that I know what I'm doing.